I mean, you're dealing with technologies that are so advanced. I think you'll start to hear the pressure building to have congressional hearings on this.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then once that happens, things get a little scary. In the next 3 to 5 years, you're going to start hearing rumblings of hearings.
That senators and representatives are taking this extremely seriously. Senator Gillibrand, Senator Marco Rubio, and also in the House, Congressman Burchett and Gallagher. The Congress has now got its teeth into this issue.
A 2019 radio interview with Tom DeLonge has resurfaced, and it's strikingly relevant to today's developments regarding unidentified aerial phenomena. DeLonge, a musician and UAP researcher, predicted that within 3 to 5 years, there would be a significant call to action in Congress concerning UAPs. As of 2023, his prediction has materialized, with recent developments involving David Grush and the Whistleblower Protection Act amplifying the relevancy and chatter in Congress about UAPs. Here's what he had to say.
So for the past 24 months, we've been heavily involved briefing the Senate and multiple committees in Congress. We're the ones that set up the mechanism that you've been reading about where it says, you know, a formal reporting process of UFOs within the Navy, and the Navy came out and admitted that UFOs are real. That's all us. When we found out what was going on after World War II, kind of during World War II, it scared the hell out of everybody involved. And so what they did was they said, we got to figure out what this subject is, what this topic is. We got to figure out what it is, who it is, what they're doing, all that kind of stuff. And we need to do it in crazy secrecy because this is really, really, really advanced stuff. So we've been bringing the people from the various departments in the Pentagon over to Congress for the first time in 70 years. There are a few senators that knew about this. Harry Reid, Majority Leader of the Senate, ran the program that Lou was the program director who now works for me. But Harry Reid was on the show and he was talking about, but there's only a couple senators that knew. So we set up the situation to where they can all get briefed, and it's been happening like wildfire. So what's happening slowly is the stigma's going off. People are starting to realize, oh my God, this is real. And it's not just people in urban areas that see this stuff. It is pilots and generals and astronauts and everything else. And it's not just 20 incidents, it's thousands and thousands. But to the stars, we have been specifically involved in 3 things, which is getting ready to bring out the stories, studying it with the public in really big, AI database algorithms and all this different stuff. And then the third thing is building the technology. So we're active in all 3. In the next 3 to 5 years, you're going to start hearing rumblings of hearings. I think you'll start to hear the pressure building to have congressional hearings. And then once that happens, things get a little scary because then on a public level, they have to act on this. Now, what does that mean? What are they going to do? Now, I know a lot of things of what we've done, but the idea of those things happening on a public, forum is just, it's terrifying.
It could be chaos.
It could be chaos.
Yeah,
what are you going to do? Like have a landing or something?
Yeah.
Maybe. The real way to get change is dealing with a corporate issue. It's a bureaucratic issue.
Mm-hmm.
The way things are kept secret are mechanisms that are there since World War II for really good reason. So what we need to do is change the law, and the law would pry the mechanism loose of how it's secret. Because right now, I mean, they have these things called SCIFs that are like compartmented rooms of the way they're built. They're certified so no one can eavesdrop. It's for top secret communication, a conference room table where no one can listen, right? Yeah. Anything that's said in that room is owned by the room. So if you go into that room and you say something about this subject, that little moment can never leave that room or you'll go to prison. That has nothing to do with UFOs or ISIS. It's just the way security law works. So if they found a bunch of stuff out, talked about it in that room, unless there's a law, we can't pry that conversation out of that room.
On December 23rd, 2023, an NDAA worth $858 billion was signed into law. Section 1673 of this act outlines protections for U.S. personnel who have been part of certain agreements, enabling them to come forward with information concerning unidentified aerial phenomena. The most recent former intelligence officer, David Grush, who claims that the U.S. government is in possession of crafts that are not of human origin.
On our show, on the History Channel, one of the guys was a Top Gun graduate. He controlled the entire airspace around the USS Nimitz when one of these videos that we brought out. And he was watching over a 4-day period. 100 of these craft came in from space over a 4-day period.
Wow.
100, and they went from 80,000 feet to sea level in 0.78 seconds. Like,
Okay.
boom. So what kind of tech? I mean, you're dealing with technologies that are so advanced. I mean, it was captured on the Aegis Spy 1 radar, which is the most advanced radars we have. The Princeton was an entire radar ship. Now it's coming out and people are going, oh my gosh, he's not really crazy. This is scary. And this is not science fiction. The UFO subject is very, very, very real. I know this with direct experience with the people I work with, what I work on at my company. And it's starting to come out, and I give it a few years, and I think it's going to be even a much bigger deal than it is. But
I will say, I find most of these people at some point, or maybe even currently, have held very high clearances and high positions within our government. So you do ask yourself, like, what incentive would so many people with that kind of qualification, these are serious people, have to come forward and make something up?
That senators and representatives are taking this extremely seriously.
Thanks for watching, and make sure to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below.